If it's your first time here, thanks for stopping by. If it's not, thanks for sliding through. My name is Ashley and I'm the creepy wife. And I realized the last video, the intro video, I didn't explain that my name is Ashley and I'm a 32-year-old fabulous Black woman who's married to a fabulous man. We've been together 13 years this year, but married for 7, going on 8. I'm a mommy to 2 amazingly beautiful and at times annoying little humans, 5-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl. And yeah, that is the gist of this. So again, hello, hey, thank you. Moving on. Today on this Mommy Monday, also happy Martin Luther King. Say it loud, Black and I'm proud. Back to what I was saying. On this here Mommy Monday, we're gonna discuss holidays. Today is a holiday, right? Seems great. Relax, chill, be with the family, kick back, get some much needed rest, eat it up, chop it up, whatever the case may be. However, tomorrow is school. And my son is in kindergarten and we've been distance learning since the start. I mean, it's weird having a kindergartner having to start school from home. It's been a lot of trials and tribulations, but my main issue this week, I've had a lot, is holidays are breaks from school, not breaks from parenting. I don't know who came up with that idea. Is it the bad parents? Or am I the only one that realizes that you can't take a break from parenting on a holiday? I don't know. But this is what I will tell you. Christmas break, 2 weeks. Okay, everyone knows how Christmas breaks go. Leading up, you may have half days, short days, whatever the case may be, even in distance learning. Now, my son always does school from 8:15 to 11:30 because his classmates are still adjusting and they haven't learned how to sit down for long periods of time, and this is their learning portion, which sucks because they're online. But whatever the case may be, some of these kids can't sit still, so his teacher adjusted the schedule to accommodate those kids, because at first we were having tears and snotty noses and temper tantrums, and that's too much. Nobody wants to deal with that, especially not a teacher who is already struggling through figuring out her lesson plan, distance learning style. All right, so leading up, we have the breaks, brain fart. We have all of the short days or modified schedules, doing things differently, and you know that you're gonna get a 2-week break and come back in the new year. Breaks were great. My family had a good time. We get back to school, we're ready, because Royce, he did do work over the break. My son's name is Royce, by the way. He did do work over the break because we got to keep the mind going. And my daughter, Araya, who's only 2, she did her little work. Flashcards, colors, numbers, things like that. We just don't stop because they're not in school or daycare. That's not what happens. Well, I guess I'm wrong. We got back to school and I promise you, all but 5 of the 22 students in my son's class didn't do shit. Not a freaking thing over the break. We had to go over everything they learned already. And I don't mean go over like, oh, a refresher course. No, I mean go over like you ain't did nothing. Not nothing. Not a zip zero. The whole break. And I know it's only 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is a long time for a 5 or a 6-year-old. And it's not their fault because they're 5 and 6. It's their parents' fault. Yeah. Them. I said it. Whatever. It's their fault. As a parent, you should be keeping up to date with your child's education. Making sure that they're on track. Making sure that when they come back to school, they're not holding up the rest of us who were on track with our children and having to backtrack to the first day because your child forgot what sound an R makes. Again, not the kid's fault because somebody, an adult, has to lead them. You have to lead the child to education. They just don't, they grasp education from everywhere, but like the structural core foundation of learning, parents have to help. The teacher's job is to teach, not to raise your kid. That seems like a novel idea. It's not. If you expect the teacher to raise, watch, help, do everything, teach your child, you shouldn't have one. That's foul. This is not that woman's job. Or man. My husband's a teacher, so it could be a man. But what the hell? I was so frustrated, constantly having to go over things over and over. And my son is just bored. And so he started like, drifting off, not paying attention, obviously. Because in schools, if we don't know, there's kids who are bad because they don't know stuff. And there's kids who act out and are bad because they aren't being challenged enough. So my son was trying to drift on in there and I had to snatch him back. Snatch your little butt back. We ain't doing that. Not today. But yeah, so then you have parents getting on acting as though this is the first day of school ever. Asking questions like, oh, do they need books still? Do they need this still? Do they need that still? Do you think the school and this teacher would have gave us all those materials if we didn't need them? Riddle me that. Like they just gave us a year's worth of stuff and was like, we only gonna use half of this stuff. We don't need the rest of that. That's just for decoration. I'm gonna make sure that your kids only know half a year's worth of knowledge. So we're going to get through all of the first 16 letters of the alphabet. Those other 10, don't need them. They'll figure it out on YouTube. Watching the video. Coco Melon. Whatever the hell the case may be. It is mind-boggling to me that in 2021, you have to explain to adults that there are schedules to be kept. And I get it. We are all trying to figure out life and all trying to adjust our schedules. And parents have their schedules, work here, meeting here, blah, 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 blah. But your kid also has a schedule now, and it's just in your presence. At school, yeah, they have bells, recess, blah, 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 blah. But at home, they still have that, but you are the structure. The structure only comes on the academic side. The computer cannot be like, hey, the paper you need is over there. No, that's the parents' damn job. But these parents are taking breaks. They're like, it's digital. I don't have to be bothered. The teacher got it. They don't live here. They don't know where I put all my kids' shit. But they'll figure it out. If you're thinking that's dumb as I think, you're right. Okay, we're back. Had to take a break. Kids came up asking questions and I had to answer them and be a mom, like present in the moment. And for the record, you may or may not see my kids on this channel. I don't know if I want them to be on the internet like that, but you will for sure hear about their little asses. And also, if you're wondering about this lovely background of mine, we are in my bathroom. Why? Because it's the place with the best light, and it's the place where my kids kind of, sort of, sometimes, not always, leave me alone. Yes, that was a lot of mouth. That was a mouthful to say, kind of, sort of, not always, because if you have kids, you understand. Sometimes they leave you alone, sometimes they don't. Sometimes their fingers are going underneath their door. They figure out how to unlock it somehow, even though you've locked it for privacy. But who needs privacy? Not me, I guess. But back to distance learning. So yeah, parents are just being completely irresponsible with their children and holding the teacher accountable for everything involving their child. And that is nonsensical. Like, what? I don't get it. I will never get it because I'm actively there with my kid. I'm making sure he got all his stuff. I'm making sure he's paying attention. Like, I give him a little freedom and I might be in the living room, but I'm listening out. And if she calls his name in any negative type way, guess who's about to have a little come to Jesus with mommy in the middle of the school day? Yeah, it's gonna happen. But tomorrow, when we get back to school, I know for a fact that we're going to have to go over all the etiquette of distance learning. Please don't touch that. Please stay on mute. Please raise your hand. Wait to speak. Just don't unmute. Can you get your stuff? And then you're going to have those parents on there who are like, what do we need? What's that? Huh? There's one dad. This close. I am this close. You see my nails? That close. She's just being like, sir, how about you call me? I'm going to give you my number and we're going to have a little chit chat about how you're not doing what you're supposed to do with your kid in life and in school. Get it together. Ugh, so frustrating. And I feel bad for the teacher because she got to stay positive and be polite and do all of this stuff. And I know in her mind, she's like, you got one more mother time to try me. If I tell this kid one more time to not put a crayon in their nose, Crazy. Crazy. That was another cutout. I had to sneeze. I don't think you wanted to hear me sneeze and see the ugliness that is me having a moment of death. Dying a little bit. You don't need to see that. But yeah, so we're going to get back. Parents are going to be all confused and like they don't know what the hell is going on or what their kid is supposed to be doing. And it makes it worse because every Friday, not even Sunday, she sends out all the materials for the next week. You'll need this, this, and this. And she sends pictures of the materials. How don't you know? Are you not checking your email? Because it comes to not only our email as parents that are on file, it goes to their Google Classroom and their little Google email that they have through the school district. So you have 3 ways to get this information. And I know that because I'm so irritated every week that it comes through like in duplicate, triplicate technically, which just drives me crazy. But you have all this, you have the resources to figure it the fuck out. But you're just like, nah, let my 5 or 6 year old, let them ride it out. Figure it out on the fly. Because 5 and 6 year olds are so good at problem solving advanced problems that they have never experienced because they've only been on Earth for 5 to 6 years. The hell. I promise y'all, I be trying to can, but I just can't. There are things I cannot deal with, and parents that take breaks from parenting on holidays, they are real high up there on the list. Like, the whole premise of a holiday from parenting is ignorant. It's one thing if if you're actually going on vacation and your kids are with capable people, your children are safe and well loved and cared for, and you're like, yeah, I'm taking a break with them kids. It's a whole other thing to have a little Timmy sitting next to you and he's doing something and you're like, he'll survive. If he dies, he dies. And yes, that's a Rocky reference. You're welcome. But we shall see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully, there has been some sort of shift in the cosmic energy in the universe, and every other parent in our class, except the 5 parents that have kids who are doing well, and Royce is included in that 5, by the way. Hopefully they all shift and we're all on one accord and shit just starts going well and it's just less ridiculous and less fuckery. I highly doubt it though. I highly doubt it. So I'll probably end up giving an update on my Instagram if you want to follow me there, which you should, because it's, you get the candy in the moments with me on my IG. And that's at the Creepy Wife Chronicles. I'm gonna put it somewhere. Here, there, maybe here. But follow me so we can see what happens tomorrow. I will update you. Until then, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. The Creepy Wife Chronicles is here. We are fabulous. We are about to get into it. Have a good time. Yes, I dance and sing all the time. It's very strange, but it's me. And thank you for coming. My children are outside yelling. I'm going to see what's happening. Obviously, they're alive and there's no tears. So we're doing good. And Daddy's downstairs. With that being said, thank you. Have a good one. Stay beautiful. And I will see you next video.